Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo, and guess who is my guest tonight? It's Corey from Callforce. Corey, what's up, man?
Hey guys, long time to see. How is everyone?
No, man, it seems like I have not talked to you in forever, Corey, and a lot has happened in Callforce since we last talked. Before we get into that, let's talk about what Callforce is. And guys, for those who are jumping on right now, if you are a user of Callforce, right? Type in the comments section Callforce. Okay, I'm a user. Actually, they've been awesome, but some of you guys might not know what Callforce is about. And Corey, what is Callforce? Sounds like a team of heroes that are going to make calls for you, maybe. Callforce.
So hey, you know what? I think you got it there. Basically, Glenn, our goal is to get more butts in the chair for dental offices. And we do that through calling overdue patients, helping pick up the phone.
And it's so awesome that Corey is frozen right now. So hopefully he'll jump back on here. Hold on here. Yeah, so Corey just jumped off. Hopefully he's going to jump back on. So Callforce is actually a company I've been using right now. I've been using for quite some time. And the biggest thing is that we, as our practice grows, our hygiene department grows too, right? And so it's always tough to call these patients and make sure they show up to their appointments because we want to make sure everyone reappoints. And hold on, here he is. Corey, you're back, man. Hey, buddy, you're on. Say hello. Okay, so while Corey's trying to figure that out, so speaking about his company, so as my office got bigger, right, the hygiene pool got bigger and bigger and bigger, right? And so we would try to call them during the day, but what happens when you call people during the day? They don't answer because they're at work, right? What Callforce does, which is so awesome, is that they actually call them after hours. Right? So we pay them, and the way we pay them is it's by booked appointment. So instead of paying your team to make all these calls, right, that they can't make, and they try their best, but you're not going to have them there after hours. Callforce does that. Callforce calls after hours, and they've been huge for our office. Really help fill in those hygiene spots, filling in the schedule there. So hold on. Corey.
All right. Did I drop out there?
Yeah, you did, and then you came on, and then you dropped out again. But you know what? I actually kind of explained what Callforce was about. I was telling all our viewers and everyone, hey, if you're using Callforce right now, type in the comments section Callforce, okay? Or if you want a Nifty deal, type in the comments section Callforce. So what I was explaining to everyone who was watching is that Callforce has been pretty big for my office. I mean, as our office has grown, man, our hygiene department has grown. And what happens is that my team, they try to do their best, right? They work hard. They try to call during the day. But the biggest thing is when you call someone during the day, what are they doing?
They are at work.
They are at work, right? But what you guys do, you guys actually call them after hours because that's the times you guys work. And that's been huge. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about why calling after hours, number one, is a good idea. And talk about some of the things that you've done for some practices in terms of kind of re-energizing. People say reactivate. I call it re-energizing their hygiene department.
Awesome. So when you're calling people during the day, Glenn, you're getting about 91% voicemails. And that's the first huge deterrent to doing overdue patient recall or re-energizing the practice.
Yeah.
Because it's just not working. And so staff members dial, hang up, leave a voicemail. And it's just a back burner item because it kind of sucks. And so at Callforce, what we do is we take this really important task, this lifeblood of the practice, and we make sure it happens. So from 5 to 7:30 at night, when your patients are twice as likely to be home and they pick up the phone, we call them and we schedule them directly in. We say, hey, there's an opening tomorrow at 10 o'clock, Glenn. Does that work for you? And we schedule them directly in. And these are the patients who need production.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Now, some people may say, well, let me hire like some kind of call center, maybe outsource it overseas and have someone call them and see if they can make the appointment. But here's the deal, guys. Whenever someone calls and they don't know what they're talking about, we sniff it out right away. Now with Callforce, it's different because the team members that you have, they have a special background. And what is that, Corey?
So most of them are actually going to dental hygiene school here in Utah.
And so, they actually have some dental experience. They understand the dental terminology. And then you were just saying just now that when they make these appointments, they make it and they put it in right in your schedule. And how do you do that, Corey?
So we actually have remote access. So we're seeing the gap tomorrow at 10 a.m. And we actually build something called a doctor profile. So we know the length of the pro fee. So we know the times you're open, the insurances you work with, so that we're really more of an extension of your office.
Right. So, I mean, that's really important because it's one thing to have a call service where people call and someone answers the phone and takes a message, right? This is not what Callforce is. So many times, and Corey, I'm sure you get this all the time. People will call Callforce like, hey, so you guys are going to do after hours answering of our phone and all that. And how many times have you had to tell them, no, we don't do that. We actually fill your schedule instead.
We are here to get butts in the chair.
I love it. Okay, so a lot has happened, Corey, since I last talked to you. And the biggest thing here is this chat feature. Okay, so guys, if you're a member of Callforce, customer of Callforce, type in the comment section Callforce. And if you're excited to hear about this new feature, do the same thing. So I am excited about that new feature. You were just telling me about it. And actually, I've been a client of you guys for quite some time, and I actually need to take advantage of it. So let's talk about that. There's a new chat feature. Let's start with this. Number one, what is it exactly? And number two, why would you need it for your practice?
Yeah. Cool. So what exactly is it? It's a managed website chat. And so often, Glenn, even in your practice, the team is checking people in and out. They're dealing with emergencies. They're on the phone. And if you had a managed chat, someone would go and type, hey, do you accept my insurance? And if no one responds within a short amount of time, Glenn, they leave and they move on to another practice.
Yes. I mean, that is totally true, because the thing is like we're so worried, right? As dentists, we're so worried. Okay, I need my website to look good, right? Number one. Number two, okay, who's the best SEO guy? That's probably one of the most asked questions next to what is the mouthwash promo code, okay, in my group. It's probably, who do you use for SEO? Okay, so here's the thing. What good is your SEO if you can't convert? People come to your website, you pull them in there, and they're like, And then let's say maybe, and I'm guilty of this, for a while I was using Facebook Messenger. I put the widget on my site, and I had a bot. Okay, I have a bot for Nifty Thrifty. I was like, what the heck? I'll do a bot for Dent and Smiles Dentistry. Well, the problem is that people will ask specific questions, and my bot was like, and what happens when my bot does, I don't know, they're out of there and they're calling someone else, or they're trying to find someone else. And in this day and age, guys, I don't know about you, but when I land on a website and I want to ask a question and there's a chat bot there, I start asking them questions. You know why? I don't want to call anybody. Heck, when you call my cell phone, unless I know who you are, I won't even answer my phone. Okay. Heck, a lot of times when Corey wants to talk to me, he just Facebook messages me, right? So if that's how we all are now, it only makes sense that there's a chat bot. So let's talk about, it's manned, right? Now it's manned. Someone is actually manning the chat bot. It's not a chat bot.
Yeah, there is
a man chat.
There is zero part to it that is automated. As soon as that chat goes through, we have real remote schedulers behind our keyboards here in our office in Utah that are responding in the office's behalf. But this is their only job.
Their only job is to get that person who they're chatting with to go to the office.
Yep.
So let's say that I've been spending a lot of money with driven dental marketing or value driven ads, right? One of the two marketing companies I've been using, and I'm paying a bundle to get these leads, and they land on my website and they're like, I want to schedule an implant consultation with Dr. Vo. What do you guys do?
So what would we do? We're actually getting them on the schedule.
Yes, you go link that. You check my schedule because you guys have remote access. You can check right there, and you book the patient.
Yep, we're getting their subscriber ID. We're getting their date of birth. We're getting their full name, and we're getting into your office. And here's the thing, Glenn: is there is dads at work that may not have the time or just don't want to call in and schedule their next appointment. But if they go to your site, less than 10% of dentists today are using chat on their site.
Oh yeah, I actually before we jumped on, I actually checked all the offices near me. None. Actually, hardly any of them are using any kind of scheduler at all, and that's a whole nother topic right there. So Corey, let me ask you this. Okay, so guys, if you are a user of Callforce, again, show us some love. Type in the comments section, Callforce, and then if you are interested in a Nifty Thrifty deal with this chat, type in the comments section too. So I'm going to ask you this, and this is going to be the biggest thing because there's a bunch of people on right now. They're probably thinking, okay, I'm still on the fence with Callforce. I'm not a part of the Callforce, but I love this chat idea. Could they sign up for the chat, or is it like you have to be a Callforce client and then you can have the chat?
No, every service that we have is a la carte.
Okay, so you can do the chat, or you can do the actual, the scheduling option with Callforce. You can do any of those two.
Yes.
Okay, now as far as the chat goes, is there are they going to have to get a new website, or is it very complicated? Who installs it? Who manages it? That's the big thing. We as dentists, we're so busy seeing patients. I don't have time copying your code and putting it into my site and all that stuff.
So we have a team that will sit down with the office, Glenn, and we're actually branding this widget and the text to each office. So it's not just a generic chat here. If your site is baby blue, your chat is going to be baby blue.
Okay, so now I see a couple of people who like this, and one is actually Alyssa Kiefer, and she works for a large group practice in North Carolina. So obviously, as she's listening to this, she's probably thinking, okay, I like that idea because we really want to engage with all our patients or potential patients. We want to get them in the door. But you know what? We have 6 offices. So how does that work with 6 multiple offices? Does each office have their own chat? Is it like one master chat? How would that work with multiple offices?
It purely depends how the websites are set up, Glenn. So some offices have one master website. Some have 6 separate websites, and that's how it would be set up.
So let's say that, so I know how their offices are set up because the person she works for is a good friend of mine. They have separate websites, but I do know of some companies that actually have one site and they're like, pick your location or whatever. If it's one site, can you guys handle doing the scheduling for multiple practices, or is that some other type of plan?
That's not an issue. We're going to ask them what location they would prefer to go to. We're then going to pull up that doctor profile, that specific schedule, and begin the process of getting them in the chair.
I love it. I love it. And so, for someone like me, Corey, who I'm always trying to do deals in Nifty Thrifty, right? I also like to do deals with my patients. Sometimes I'll have like a flash sale on, hey, you come in X percentage off crowns, or maybe there's free whitening here. I always like to have different promos because that's what I love to do. So if I have something specific that I want them to know that particular month, does your team, if I let you guys know, can you guys also pitch that out there? Someone's like, okay, I'm thinking about, signing up, making an appointment. Can you guys go, yes, if for this month only, Dr. Vo is going to do free whitening for so-and-so.
If that's communicated with your customer success manager, it will be on the doctor profile and it will be communicated to the patient.
And you know what, Corey? Someone show you some love here. Corey and his crew are awesome. If you spend money on marketing, you'll want to take this route as well. I totally agree. And I spend a lot of money on marketing. And that's the thing too, right? You spend all this money and then you talk to your client success person at the marketing company. They're like, we sent you X amount of leads. What are you doing over there? You twiddling your thumbs? And so here's another option, another way. When you get people on your site, you can have Callforce help close those leads, right? So, Corey,
Well, I was going to say, you're just getting me excited over here. Increase your funnel. You're going to reach more people by having chat. And you're going to get more people in the chairs because you're going to be different than the practices around you.
I love it, guys. And if you have any questions about this new feature, type in the comments section, okay, what your question is, or type in the comment section, Callforce. Okay, so Corey, okay, I understand the chat. All right, it's cool. It's manned by a live person. Okay. Are they monitoring it 24/7, or what's the hours for that?
Yeah, good question. So we are not 24/7 yet. We're based in the United States. We are 6 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Outside of those hours, Glenn, it will send a direct message to the office with the name, the phone number, and email, and the question from the patient. So it's not like the chat disappears, but it is still at a way at 2 a.m. to communicate with the office.
Now, the next morning, whenever we come into the office and you guys capture that email and phone number, how do we get a hold of that?
You actually receive that in an email transcription. Now,
okay.
The cool thing, Glenn, about the service is we want to be fully transparent. So every time a chat closes with us, it emails the full chat and everything that was said over to the office so that the office knows exactly what is happening.
So if you guys cussed out one of my patients, I would know.
No, you would. And you would know from the chat.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so okay, at that point, let's say that we missed the chat and then they said, hey, I want to make an appointment. And do you guys go back and respond to them? Or at that point, you would just hand it to us and we would just call them?
We would hand the lead over to the
office. Because at that point, they're not hanging around anymore. They just say, hey, can I make an appointment? They're gone.
Okay. There's a lot of people who use this as a way to communicate with the office. So, a Sunday at 2 a.m. emergency.
Yeah, absolutely. And okay, so cool. So let's go to this. Let's talk about before we go in and talk about Nifty, Thrifty deals and whatnot. Let's just go ahead and talk about Callforce again. Because we were talking about it and you got booted off. So let's go real quick. I kind of explained it, but you might be better at explaining what Callforce does. So let's talk about that. Callforce. What does Callforce do? That's the core product of Callforce. And then we'll lead into chat.
It is our overdue patient recall. The goal is to close that back door, to go into your practice management software, pull the list of all of your overdue patients, and then from 5 to 7:30 at night, dial from the practice's phone number to these overdue patients, schedule them into your open dental, your soft dent, your Dentrix, and then you only pay if we schedule an appointment.
You only pay if you schedule an appointment. I love that. So right now, what is the current fee, the normal fee for that?
It's $30 to schedule an appointment. With Nifty Thrifty, though.
Yes, and the Nifty Thrifty deal is
$25 to schedule an appointment.
$25 a schedule. And really, you guys only get paid if someone schedules, right? So if you call someone and they hang up on you, then you're not getting paid until they actually are on your schedule. I love that. And now with the chat, let's talk about that. What's the normal fee for the chat?
The normal fee for the chat is $199 a month.
$199 a month. And are they, because here's the thing, there's other chat companies out there, right? And they charge per lead. Do you guys do the same thing here?
We do not charge per lead because we wanted to build a model where we help every person.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not getting a person in the chair. We don't want to put the wrong people in the chair when they are leads.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be incentivized just to get every person in and have them no show or have the wrong insurance in your chair. And so we were cautious on building a model that way. So we built it $199, and our goal is to provide a damn good service to every.
For $199 compared to, because there's some other companies, I'm not mentioning names, but they charge like $50 for anyone that comes in. I'm like, that's crazy. I'll just stick with my bot here. But $199, first of all, that's pretty affordable, because you know what? Your team, as much as they may say, or as much as you may think, oh, I'll just have my team handle the chat, in between making recall appointments, presenting treatment plans, calling patients, sterilizing, bringing patients back, making sure they got the money, making sure that they have my lunch, all those things, right? I mean, come on, let's be real, guys. They don't have time to man the chat. So $199 to man the chat, right? No, wait, any other fees, Corey?
No other fees.
I got because Dennis, we're like we're very hip to that, right? Like we know, like, oh man, there's got to be another fee here. So Corey, you were about to say something?
Well, you were getting me excited over there because we're not just getting more hygiene appointments in the chair. Most people who are reaching out through chat are looking for additional cosmetic work and shopping around.
Oh yeah.
They are looking for restorative work, or they've had an emergency. So when a new patient is reaching out here, this is not a new hygiene patient. These are serious dollar value, serious production value patients who are knocking at your door. And if there's someone there, they're going to be a new patient.
Right. Because, I mean, it's whoever gets a hold of them first, right? Because they're calling, they want, and if they can't get a hold of someone, they're going to the next one. They don't care. Okay. So we got some questions. Corey, can you take some questions?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. We use Dentrix, and we have a code, no call, no show patients for you to pull an accurate. Okay, so we use Dentrix. Do we have to put a code for no? Hold on. We use Dentrix, and do we have to code no call, no show patients for you to pull an accurate report? Sorry, I was trying to like follow it there. So what he's asking here is, do they need to mark these patients as no shows so that they get charged appropriately?
No. And so with Callforce, to go back to our recare model,
sure,
which he is asking about, we charge whether the patient shows or not. It's about getting them there. Now, after 30 days, we do run a report that will show you how much you've spent with Callforce, who has not showed, because we believe in transparency, and most importantly, how much production has come from these appointments.
Okay. So, and of course, who is this? Dr. Lee, if you have any more questions, you can reach out to Corey. He's always on social media. He's in our group. He'll put the Nifty Thrifty deal later, and you can message him and talk to him there. And here's the thing. They do a very good job because they know that, because look, Callforce, there's no contracts, right? Right, Corey?
Oh, absolutely no contract.
There's no contract. So here's the thing. If everybody they booked no-showed you, do you think you would be a customer for Callforce much longer? No. They have an incentive to make sure when they make that appointment with that patient, and they understand how important it is to make that appointment. So that's a big thing there. We have another question here. What's your best advice to reduce no-shows on those that schedule?
It's time frame, and it's verbiage that's used on the phone to show them how important the appointment is. It's not fearing them into show the appointment. It's, hey, this is valuable for you, and this is important for us, so please come. And the shorter, with patients who are no-showers typically, there are some of those, put them on your ASAP list. Have them come in tomorrow at 10 a.m., tomorrow at 2 p.m. If you schedule them 6 weeks out or 6 months out, I can tell you right now they're not going to show up. Right.
And you know what? Here's the thing too. So as we were talking earlier, your team, they are most of them are hygiene students. They have some knowledge of dental terminology, number one. They probably worked in practices, number two. But they also do this all day, every day. And you guys, for quality control, don't you guys listen to the calls?
Mm-hmm. Every call is graded. And our callers, if their grade is not at a certain threshold, are not paid for those appointments. Because if we're setting crappy appointments or appointments that are not helping the practice, why should we be compensated?
Right. I love that. I love that transparency. So guys, if you like what you're hearing, type in the comment section, Callforce. And if you have more questions, fire away. Okay. Fire away. Okay. So Corey, let's go back to the chat. Yeah. So the chat is $199. And there's no setup fee? Is there a setup fee?
No setup fee.
No setup fee. And you guys handle putting that code or the widget onto the website, right?
We usually hand it off to the website manager.
Okay.
Really now, we can also walk dentists through it. It's much more based on preference.
Okay. And so, I'm assuming, is it like a small code or plugin that
Yeah.
so literally you guys give it and then you just give it and say, okay, tell me who your web person is and we'll talk to, we'll handle it from there.
Yes, sir.
And then at that point, once the chat is live, do we need to do anything?
No. Oh, no. Once it's up on your site, it's going to be branded.
So I don't have to click anything. I don't have to turn it on every day or anything like that.
Nothing. Easy.
I love it. I love it. And then also, depending on if we have some promotions or certain links that we want to highlight, maybe we have a link to like a video or something, you guys can accommodate?
Yeah, we're custom to each practice, Glenn. We know your hours. We know your insurances. We know the specials that you're running, and we're here to try to represent your practice.
I think what really would help, obviously, for a practice like mine, where I am really we're marketing a lot. We want to make sure, and hold on, someone just said hello here. Corey Genevieve says hello.
Awesome. Genevieve was actually out with our team last week.
There you go. And Genevieve, I mean, you've seen the chat probably. You were out with their team last week. Type in the comments section what you think of the new chat option for Callforce. So going back to the chat, okay, so $199 per month, no setup fee, no other hidden fee, and no contracts.
Yes, yes, and yes.
But Corey,
it's not good enough.
But Corey, I'm putting the crawler up, and it's kind of like people know, they hang around, they see my Facebook Live, and once they see this thing come up, they start clicking in. So a bunch of people are jumping on now. So Corey, you're in the Nifty Thrifty Dentist Facebook group, and that chat is pretty awesome. $199, that's a pretty sweet deal. That is, I have to admit, that's a pretty sweet deal compared to other companies that charge you like $50 a lead. That's insane, right? $199. Man, you can handle that. That's pretty easy. But you know what? You are in the Nifty Thrifty Dentist Facebook group, and you got to give us a nifty deal, man.
Oh, we've got a nifty deal. So we've got two parts to our nifty deal here.
Wait, two parts to the nifty deal?
We got a two-part.
Man, well, see, that's why I like Corey so much. He likes to over-deliver. Okay, let's start with number one.
All right. So first of all, new things can be scary, and sometimes it's hard to put cash down to something if you're not sure it's going to work.
Yes. Yes.
So we're offering a free 30-day trial.
Wait, free 30 days.
No setup
cost. Put a deposit down?
No money. No.
Just free.
Free.
And after 30 days, if I say, nah, what happens?
You pay $0.
Okay. So basically there's no risk right there. Just try it for 30 days and see what you think.
And we're so confident that this is a new way of communicating, Glenn, that we want to do this so dentists can see, wow, there are more butts in my chair. There's more production being done. And then we've got a nifty price for those after that. Okay.
So first of all, that's pretty nifty, right? And pretty thrifty too. I like the thrifty price of $0, free. Try it for a month for free, because Corey is so confident that you're going to like it, that it's going to be just a new thing for your practice, going to help grow your practice, that they're going to let you try it and they know you're going to stick around. Okay, so when you do wow them, right? When they say, okay, man, that's awesome. I want this. This is a game changer in my practice. What's the other nifty deal?
So then usually we're $149, as we spoke about, Glenn. We're going to drop it down to $149 a month. Permanently, there will never be a price increase.
Wait. So from the normal price of $199, you're going to discount it to $149, and there will not be an increase in price.
Yes, sir.
That is pretty nifty, thrifty, guys. But here's the thing. I mean, yes, it's going to be $149 for nifty, thrifty. But is that price going to go up if they don't sign up, or is that for the foreseeable future? That's the nifty deal.
No, that is our nifty deal. Now, obviously, our trial is for the month of August. So,
so let's bring that up, guys. Okay, so the free trial is just for this month. This is not like you can come back like 2 months from now. It's just for August. You can try basically risk-free.
Mm-hmm.
Basically risk-free, okay? And then if you decide, hey, I like this, it's only $149 a month.
Yes, sir. And then there's no contracts. Use it for 6 months. Now, I'm confident in our value, but if you didn't see it after that point, Glenn, you can walk away at any point because that's how the world should be.
Now, let me ask you this, because now people are probably, and there's people jumping on. They saw the Nifty deal. They're probably going to be messaging you soon. But let's say like they're not sure if the chat is doing a lot. Maybe they get the transcripts, but maybe they're like me and I'm too lazy to read the transcripts. I'm like, whatever, right? Do you guys run any reports saying like, hey, these people who did the chat, they actually came to your practice?
Yeah, we're right as the trial is ending, Glenn, we're actually going to be reaching out to these members to show them the difference that the chat has made in their practice.
Well, Corey, Dr. Lee says, wow, this is awesome. Dr. Lee, yes, I agree with you. It's awesome because you know what's awesome? Trying something for 30 days to make sure it fits in your practice for free. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, so let's do the Nifty deal again. Okay, the Nifty deal, Corey, we got two. It's a two-parter, right? The Nifty deal for the new Callforce chat is,
first of all, a free trial because
we're for the month of August only.
Mm-hmm. So you've just got to sign up for it in the month of August. Then you have 3 or 30 days for free. After that, it goes from $199 to $149 for Nifty Thrifty dentists only.
I love that, for $149. I mean, guys, think about what your recurring expenses are. I'm pretty sure that nothing is as low as $149. Okay, maybe if you have open dental, we're not going to count them. Okay, so you need that. I'm talking about recurring expenses, extra stuff to help grow your practice. I don't think anything is as nifty thrifty as $149. Okay, yeah, you basically have another team member working for your practice. But you know what? For those who don't know who Callforce is, hello, you guys need to get on board. They've been awesome for my recall and my hygiene department. We've had a Nifty deal. We've had a Nifty deal for Callforce for a long time. And let's just go ahead and remind everyone about that. Corey, the Nifty deal for Callforce.
Awesome. So for hygiene patients that we schedule, Glenn, it's typically $30. For Nifty Thrifty members, it's $25 a scheduled appointment. And your first 4 appointments are on us so that we can show you the value of our work.
First 4 appointments. I mean, think about it. Your first 4 appointments, okay, you sign. Who knows how much money you can make out of that? That's going to that'll probably pay for the next handful of appointments right there. I mean, Corey's that confident, and he's so confident, he's giving you a free month of chat as well. I love that. Okay, so Corey, what's the best way? Obviously, guys, Corey's going to put the Nifty Thrifty deal in the comment section, so you'll see his name. I tagged them in this video. You can always message them on Facebook, okay? But you know what? Besides messaging you on Facebook, what's the best way to get a hold of you or a hold of somebody to take advantage of these deals?
I'm going to post a link below for our free web chat trial, Glenn. So if you're interested in the web chat, there's a special link that you will submit through. And then beyond that, I'll also post the link for our typical Nifty Thrifty deals.
I love it. I love it. Guys, so I'm going to turn this little crawler off here. And here's the thing, guys. Think of yourself as a consumer. So whenever I think about a new service that I want to sign up, maybe switch from and whatnot, I think of myself as a consumer. I'm online. The reason why I like to go to Amazon is because I want to order and get my stuff right away. I don't want to leave my house, right? The reason why I like Open Table so much whenever I make dinner reservations is because I don't want to call in there and deal with someone. I just want to make my reservation. And when I'm online at a site and I'm thinking about buying something and there's a little chat bot there, I always click on it because, you know what? I don't want to call in there and email them. I want to know something right away. That's what this chat service does, right? It's today's consumer. Think about yourself. Do you want to wait around to get an answer? Do you want to wait around to make an appointment? If you don't want to wait around, what makes you think your patients want to wait around? I mean, that's the thing. Sometimes, Corey, you're going to laugh when I say that. I think I can say this because I'm a dentist. Corey, you can think this, but I can say this without anyone getting mad. But sometimes we think we're so important. We're so important that coming to us is so important that they have to pick up the phone and call us, or they have to answer the phone right away in the middle of them working or in the middle of dinner time, lunchtime, all those things, right? No, man, we are like everybody else. If you have a chat bot, or not chat bot, if you have chat service, they're going to engage there. If they land on another site and they don't see a chat and they see your site has a chat, they're going to do the chat because they don't want to call anyone. So it's just another way of capturing new patients, new leads. I love it, Corey. So with that being said, Corey, any last words before we jump off about the new chat service in Callforce?
To be honest, it's all love for Nifty Thrifty, the group, the dentists. You guys are awesome. That's the most important thing. Like, Callforce is awesome, chat is awesome, but you guys really are awesome. So thank you from a vendor aspect. You guys make us special, and we hope to make your practices even better because of it.
I love it. I love it. And guys, here's another thing too. It's that, not everyone is perfect, right? But one thing that I can say about Callforce is if anything ever comes up, they always make it right. And it's very rare that anything happens. You can do a search, you probably won't see anything. But for the maybe 1 out of 100 times, they do their service or whatnot, they make sure it's done. They take care of it right away, and you don't even hear about it. That's how good they are. So, Corey, thank you so much for being a part of this group and taking care of the members. And Corey's going to type in the comments section, guys, the Nifty deal for Callforce and the Nifty deal for the chat. So, Corey, thank you so much, buddy.
Thanks, everyone.